Welcome to SkillHeader's innovative business accounting software development journey with the 21st part. Please bookmark the playlist for easy access from the I button above or the link in the description. General Journal and the Genera Ledger are the key components of the accounting system, and we will try to make it a powerful solution for you in this video. The Genera Ledger is the book of final entries where all journal transactions are posted to individual accounts. We will create a stunning pop-up menu for the options along with the final ledger statement report for the accounts. Let's dive into it. In the last section, we created a general journal transactions form where the fields of accounts linked, type, and description must be updated according to the transactions. There are two relational account fields. One is for the main chart of accounts transactions like cash in hand, bank, or accounts receivables and payables. Through the transaction account, all individual accounts like customers and suppliers will be linked. Open the General Journal form in the Design view. After submitting each transaction, a new row should be added and the main account number, type, and description updated. Open the VBA window from the on-click event of the Submit button. Delete the previous code. As you can see, the second column is related to account's name. The transaction type and description have been updated, but the main account's linked field will be updated from the drop-down of the account selection from the form. Start the VBA window from the After Update event of the drop-down. We should remember both the account numbers of customers as 1201 and suppliers as 11101 because these will be used several times in this video. If you remember, we cannot make changes to the submitted transaction. Make it editable for the time being. Actually, it is the subform to allow edit enable. After updating the dropdown, the main account's linked field should be updated at the back end. Fine. The account field has been updated as expected. Move on to deal with the general ledger, but before proceeding, the balance fields should be upgraded with the calculated type. The second thing is to update the Folio table. Set the default value of both the Folio status and Folio transaction fields to open. Move on to create an append query for the general ledger transformation of transactions from the general journal table. Cancel the default selection window. Select the append query from the menu. Under the append to table name, select the ledger table. Now select the general journal table to select the fields. The query has been created. Let's restart our database. Next is to create an options group for posted and not posted folio selection and filter the form accordingly. Make some room for it. Remove the Delete Folio button because in progress folio does not need to be deleted. Create a new button to post folio to the ledger. Select an icon from the project library. To save time, copy the options group from the stock form under Inventory. Great, it is working fine. Before proceeding further, understand the process. The first status represents the folio and the second is the posting to the ledger. There are basically 3 steps to complete the ledger posting. First thing first, while creating a new folio, it will be in open status for journal transactions. After submission, folio must be closed to ensure all the transactions are added. Lastly, the transactions will be posted to the corresponding ledgers and the process will be closed. We have launched the advanced add-ons and frameworks, which are too complex to describe in the video, but our paid subscribers can download it from the link given in the description. As you know, SkillHeader provides the ultimate, unique, and advanced programming techniques, but it is not the end. There are more deep programming and coding skills, which are here in the shape of add-ons. Now you can enhance your business accounting software with our powerful advanced add-ons and frameworks. The link at skillheader.com is available in the description. Check it now. Our advanced framework and add-ons are designed for you to extend the functionality of your business accounting software, providing enhanced efficiency, automation, and analytics. These solutions help businesses streamline their financial processes, improve data accuracy, and optimize decision-making. Check out the key features of this first add-on related to General Journal and Ledger. Auto-highlighting of debit or credit side based on the account selection. Advanced SQL queries to handle general ledger transformation. Date-to-date financial reports of all type of accounts. Advanced opening and closing balances in reports. This is what this add-on will do automatically. It is time to add the Post to Ledger button in the subform. You can create it in the main form, but the subform references can be complicated. It's time to embed the append query to update the ledger. As you can see, the ledger table is empty. Let's make the post button functional. In this process, both the Add New Row and Close Folio buttons should not be visible. Disable visibility of the Post to Ledger button by default. The first check is that the Post button is not visible in the edit mode. The second check is that the folio is not closed. I am deleting all the previous records from the General Journal Transactions table and Ledger table. There is no addition in the customer or supplier accounts. Let's restart the database. Delete the Folio table, but the starting folio is required, which will be given in the business startup process. I think there are some reference mistakes. Let's rectify first. The post to Ledger is not visible. I forgot to change the status to true here. Very fine, the button is now visible. The ledger is not updated. The append query looks fine. The append query working fine. The back-end operations have been completed and the form is closed. The ledger status is not updated with close. This code was not included to update the ledger status from the main form. To repost the same transactions, delete the ledger records. Very fine. The ledger table has been updated and all the Folio transactions have been posted. Restart the database to start another phase of updating the PO and invoices in the ledger. I think we did not update the invoice edit button. Let's make it functional first. The relevant invoice is not opened and the customer is not selected automatically. Let's rectify the issue. No problem with the customer row source query. No problem with the edit button code as well. The problem is the criteria in the form's control source properties query. Excellent work. Start the real work to update the submit button code to add the invoice to the ledger. Copy the code for the PO. The reference name is not C-balance. Let's correct. The accounts receivable has been updated. We have dual entries due to the earlier error, so delete one. The invoice integration has been verified. Before testing the PO integration, make sure to change the main account numbers in the post to ledger function. Also, need to change the debit to credit for the PO because the purchase order will be recorded on the credit side of the ledger. The invoice debit side is confirmed. It's time to reset all the forms to test the complete process. Delete the previous data from the accounts receivable and payable, invoice and invoice items table, ledger table, order and order items table, PO and PO items table, and folio table, but with the opening folio number. The supplier and customer balances are 0. Deleting records from the transactions table as well. Let's restart our business accounting software. Fine with all empty forms. We are now aligned to test and verify the whole process. In the first go, let's test the PO process. Create a new PO. Complete the inventory process. And generate the supplier bill. The supplier balance is updated. The accounts payable is updated. Move on to test the general journal and ledger process for the payment. Proceed to post the journal transactions. Both statuses are closed. The supplier balance is updated with the deduction of the payment. The accounts payable are also updated. Congratulations! All the processes are successfully completed. We are waiting for your likes, shares, and comments to motivate us to produce more innovative knowledge. This is not over yet. Before creating a fascinating pop-up menu for the options of almost all the forms, move on to create the financial ledger statement report. Start the report wizard. Select the ledger table and relevant fields. Let's design the report quickly. Check the reference name for the main account linked field. Oops, something went wrong. No problem with the report. Ledger transactions are fine. Let's verify the options code. Actually, the report cannot be based on the primary ID. That is great. The ledger transactions are displayed and the balance of each transaction has been updated. Copy the same code of options to apply it in the chart of accounts. The associated ID or account number should be included in the form's control source properties. Back to copy the code again. Do you remember the explanation of the purpose of both account fields? Now you have a better understanding. I am going to present a better approach to handling all the options related to any form in our business accounting software. Create a blank form, select a background color, add a label, and make a better looking menu. We will make all these options alive. It is time to integrate the options pop-up menu with the supplier. To store the IDs, we need to define some public variables first. Open the public variables to add new ones. Finally, that is a great approach to doing such things with innovative ideas. Cut the previous code to use it from the options menu. Oops, I think the supplier code as a reference is required instead of supplier ID public variable. This is simply awesome. The rest of the options will be covered soon. Through the first option, you will be able to create a PO with the selected supplier. The supplier reference is not working so far. This is perfect. This is a demo of advanced query and date-to-date reports functionality. This powerful add-on is an efficient way to handle records for reports and analysis. Let's complete the account balance section of the report. We are thankful to everyone's contribution to make SkillHeader one of the best project-based learning platform. We are waiting for your valuable feedback in the comment section. See you in the next milestone.